Well, what was Foodie Beauty up to yesterday? Oh, not a whole lot, as usual. She did give us a video showing us the stages of Salah building his fountain. She is just taking it so seriously because someone made the joke on Twitter or X that Salah had bought this fountain from Temu. So she claims that Salah sent her all the pictures of the different stages of construction of the waterfall fountain, whatever, for her to make a video. I don't believe it. I think she is the one that wanted to prove the point with that. Then we see her with a video where she is yet again, eating. Surprise, surprise. And she is trying the new A&W Smash Burger. Of course, that's not a single, but a double. And she gives it a solid 8 or, no, did she say 7.5 or to an 8 or an 8 to an 8.5? Either way, she thought it was very delicious. It has some sort of sauce on it, and she asked for extra sauce. And they told her that she's living dangerously because they put a lot of sauce on it anyways. And she's talking about how soft the bun is, how soft the meat is, how she doesn't care for A&W's pickles as well as she does those of Burger King or McDonald's. And then she complains at least 2 to 3 different times throughout the video of how A&W did not have any onion rings. And she thinks A&W should always have onion rings because it's a staple and people love the onion rings at A&W. And then she speaks on a man that was ahead of her, either ahead of her or behind her, orders a diet root beer and asks for 3 sugars. And she makes a big deal out of this, like this is just horrendous. And, you know, it was quite disgusting seeing her eat this burger, as usual. And I cannot tell you how many times, as she was eating it, she said, mmm, just like that, mmm. Almost a seductive type of noise. It was disgusting. She is another one, just like Rosie, who's putting feeder content out there. I don't care what she says. So, then she is raging because Salah had went live earlier in the day, and he was at the park with Sasa. So we've talked about Sasa. It turns out I found out the exact relation between Salah and Sasa. Sasa is actually his cousin, and she's 9 years old, and she suffers from Down syndrome. And she is cute as a button, cutest little girl. But people are attacking Chantal, saying, you know, they're exploiting this child, and they shouldn't have this child online. And apparently, I did not watch the live while it was live, apparently there were comments that were not of the best intent or best nature made about Sasa. And Chantal is insisting she deleted all those comments, but people are saying, no, she did not. That they were comments, very inappropriate comments made about Sasa. Let's put it that way. I mean, concerning comments. Like perhaps these people could have been PDFs, let's say. Now, she's going on and on about apparently nobody can have, you know, nobody should be putting their children online or whatnot. And she says, you know, they're not exploiting Sasa because her parents are okay with her being online. And they're not asking for money, but Salah did make the comment during the live stream that any money made from the video or any super chats collected would be going to Sasa and her family. So basically, he asked without asking for money, if you understand what I'm saying. Now, that aside, let me talk about the actual video and my impression of Salah interacting with Sasa. He's at the park with her. And you know what, it was sad to see this park in Syria. It was sad. I mean, it was filthy. The grass was uncared for. It was like a park like you've never seen. I mean, the grass is all pretty much dead and brown, trash everywhere. And this park it had a couple of slides, a couple of swings. And by couple, I mean 2 or 3. That's it. And then they had 2 of these little, like, Hot Wheels, or Power Wheels, you call them, like Power Wheels, 2 motorized cars that all the children could take turns riding. And Sasa was having a lot of fun going up the slide, going down the slide, you know. She loved riding in the little cars. And, you know, Salah says he had taken her to the salon to get her hair done, and her hair was beautiful. It was so cute. It had these, like, banana curls throughout the back. She had these cute little butterfly-like clips, and she had her cute headband on. She had this little colorful beaded necklace she kept showing us. It was cute. She really liked it. Now, he bought her. Then they went over to this little store right outside the park. He bought her ice cream. He bought her a cup of noodles. He bought her chips. She had a soda. And I think I did notice that Salah bought, I would say a good 10 or 12 different ice creams. And they went back to the park, and he handed them out to the other kids in the park. I thought that was real nice of Salah. Now, here's my impression. He seems to be so proud when he's with little Sasa. He's walking and holding her hand. He's taking the time to wipe her mouth when she had the ice cream all over her mouth. She almost drops the ice cream. He catches it for her. And he's just acting so sweet towards her. He acts like he's a father and this is his daughter. If you didn't know, you would swear that this was a father with his daughter if you didn't know that this was his cousin. And it was sweet. Let me just say that it was sweet. Do I think they should have her online though? No, because they are kind of exploiting her. They're trying to gain money, but but where I'm going with this is, it seems to me like Salah, now this is all speculation, he's never said this. According to Foodie, he doesn't want children, but you know what? He would make an excellent father, just based on what I've seen on this one video. That's all I can speak on, okay? And it seems to me like he would want children. So Chantal's saying this, he doesn't want kids. I don't buy it. And then, she had made a comment that she wishes she was Sasa's mother. But she's repeatedly spoken how she doesn't like children, how they irritate her. And let's be honest, Chantal had a chance to be a mother, at least once or twice. And she chose not to be. We'll leave it at that. So, I think, and we can only speculate in that culture, in Salah's culture. The men are pretty much, their family wants them to have children, have families. It seems to me like that's something like Salah would want. So I don't believe Chantal when she says, no, he doesn't want kids. I don't buy it. After seeing the interactions between him and Sasa, he likes kids too much not to want them for himself. Then, there's a huge speculation. Does Salah have a hickey on his neck? I guess he turned it right about here. There was some sort of a mark. It did appear to be a bruise, but it was like a line. Okay, it was a line. Too thick to be a cut or a scratch, but just a straight line. So people are telling Chantal, this is a hickey, and she is saying no. She sent the photo, a still, a screenshot to Salah, and he says when he tried to pick up Julia, the cat, she got nervous and scratched him. Now, we've seen him numerous times interact with the cat Julia, and this cat is completely comfortable with him. I don't think the cat scratched him. Perhaps it is a scratch, and Chantal's insisting it can't be a hickey. I really don't know. But do I think Salah is faithful to Chantal? Not at all. I think he's eventually going to take another wife, because like I said, I can see something, and it seems like he would want children. So, I don't know. But that was about it going on with her. Nothing very exciting. So, that's about it. When I see more, I'll break more down for you. I'll see you later.